Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and in this video we're gonna be going over the top 5 best SMG class setups after the recent update here in season 2. I found myself running and gunning a lot more after the season 2 update, and I want to give you guys some class setup to use on some of the best SMGs right now here in Vanguard. If you guys trying to go ahead and drop your first V2 rocket or increase your KD ratio tenfold, this is the video to check out. So with all being said, the like goal on this vid is going to be 400 likes. If we get 400 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely incredible. And also, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications to stay up to date with all of my best class setup settings, updates in the Vanguard, that'd be greatly appreciated. Huge shout out to Notification Squad. You guys know who you guys are. If you guys want a shout out, you know what to do. But yeah, let's go ahead and break down these class setups. Alright, so for class set number 1, we're going to take a look at the PPSH, which is an absolutely amazing SMG after the recent update. Let's go ahead and break down this class setup. So for the muzzle, we're going to go ahead and put on the recoil booster so we have increased fire rate. It's going to be very important to bump up the fire rate on this SMG, in turn giving us a faster time to kill, making this overall a more enjoyable weapon to use. So make sure you guys throw the recoil booster on for your muzzle attachment. Now for the underbarrel, we're going to go all the way down and select the SMLE pistol grip. So we have sprint to fire speed as well as hip fire accuracy. Overall, the best attachment on the underbarrel category, allowing us to run and gun and be aggressive and overall dominate players at close ranges. The PPSH has a ridiculously fast time to kill off rip. Why not go ahead and bump up the close range lethality, making it so we can ready our weapon off of a sprint even faster, guarantee us that win in the gunfight. Now for the barrel, to kind of go ahead and keep this weapon under control at those medium to longer ranges, we're going to have to run the ZAC 300mm barrel, allowing us to have bullet velocity and range, accuracy, as well as recoil control. This is going to be a mandatory attachment on the PPSH, so you guys can actually use it aim down sight. This is going to be super important for those medium long range gunfights. Keep the recoil down and overall have a better chance at outgunning players that might have ARs. If you guys want to have a well-rounded PPSH class setup, make sure you guys have on the ZAC 300mm barrel. Now for the magazine, we are going to run the regular 71 round magazine. We're not going to run the Nambu rounds, and we're actually, believe it or not going to run any of the damage rounds for this weapon. Having the regular ammo 71 is going to be the way to go, because we want to have as many bullets in each clip as possible so we can take out as many players as possible, because the fire rate is going to be quite extreme, and we definitely do not want to go ahead and reduce the damage or bump up that recoil. So the 71 mag is going to be the best option. Now for the ammo type, we are going to put on lengthen for increased bullet velocity. Overall, a staple attachment on all of my ARs and SMGs, allowing us to hit our target faster at longer ranges, in turn giving us a faster time to kill. Now for the optic, we are going to go ahead and put on the slate reflector for the PPSH. I honestly find the iron sights very difficult to use, especially at those medium ranges, because they get in the way of the target. Having on the slate reflector is going to make this weapon easier to use and allow you to place your shots more accurately, and obviously giving us a faster time to kill, and that's what we want when running the PPSH. So definitely go ahead and put on the slate reflector. Obviously, if you guys like the iron sights, you can put on the upgraded iron sights for this weapon. It's going to make this gun a little bit easier to use, but at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and slap on the slate reflector for the ease of use. Now for the rear grip, we are obviously going to put on the fabric grip. This is going to be a staple attachment for all of my ARs and SMGs, allowing us to have increased aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. You guys cannot go around this attachment. It works for all weapons and overall bumps up that lethality at those close to medium ranges, and that's exactly what we need when building an SMG class setup. Now for the stock, we are going to put on the Empress custom stock, so we have even more recoil control, accuracy, blitz resistance, and recoil recovery. Overall, a fantastic attachment for the PPSH, and the beautiful thing about this attachment is we have an attachment already equipped that's going to kind of negate the cons we get with that Empress custom. So make sure you guys slap this on your class setup to have a no recoil and deadly accurate PPSH build that kills fast at any and all ranges. And now for the proficiency, we are going to go ahead and put on fleet. So we have increased movement speed and weapon swap quickness. We can kind of go ahead and give back this weapon some of its close range and movement speed benefits this SMG does have. And then finally for the kit, we are actually going to double it up with quick for increased sprint speed to kind of make this SMG feel more like an SMG, because we are running some heavy attachments on this gun. Overall, the best PPSH class setup after the recent update. It's accurate, it kills fast, and you still have mobility. What more can you ask for? Man, the setup I have on the combat knife, dauntless, forward intel, lightweight, sticky bomb, and then the stem shot. Now for class set number 2, we're going to take a look at the Omen Gun, which is an absolute monster here in multiplayer. It dominates in Warzone, and guess what? It's going to dominate here in public matches. Let's go ahead and take a look at this class. So for the muzzle, we're going to go ahead and put on the recoil booster again, so we have that increased fire rate. On all of my Vanguard SMGs, I usually like to run a recoil boosted class setup so I can get that increased fire rate and also that faster time to kill, and that's going to work the same with the Omen Gun. Now for the underbarrel, we are actually going to run a different attachment under this category. We are going to select the M1941 hand stop, so we have recoil control as well as accuracy. The con is going to be completely irrelevant for this SMG because we want to make sure we're aimed down sights at all times so it can accurately place the high damage shots, giving us a ridiculously fast time to kill. Make sure you guys have on the M1941 hand stop. Now for the barrel, we are going to go ahead and run the Gawain 188mm shrouded barrel, so we have less damage, fall off at range, bullet velocity, as well as increased limb damage. Overall, the best barrel to run on the Omen Gun, allowing us to use this weapon at longer ranges, but at the same time, it's not going to disrupt its time to kill, nor its recoil control. This works like how the shrouded barrel does work on the Well Gun, but we're going to have even a bigger benefit because the Omen Gun is a little bit easier to control at longer range without actually having a recoil controlling barrel. So make sure you guys go ahead and throw this on your barrel attachment for the Omen Gun. Now for the magazine, we are going to run a damage round with the Omen Gun. We're going to put the 8mm Kurtz 60 round drums, so we have bullet velocity and range, damage, bullet penetration, as well as magazine ammo capacity. Overall, an amazing attachment on this weapon, drastically bumping up its time to kill, making it a disgusting SMG at all ranges. Slap this on your class setup and you're going to find yourself destroying players with the Omen Gun. Now for the ammo type, we are going to put on Lengthen. It's going to be a staple attachment for all of my ARs and SMGs, making sure that our bullets hit targets quicker at range, in turn giving us a faster time to kill. It's a no-brainer, so make sure you guys slap this on your class setup. Now for the optic, business as usual, we are going to put on the slate reflector because the iron sights on the Omen Gun are going to be awful in multiplayer, so make sure you guys have a clean optic picture that you guys can place your shots easy and quick with, and giving us a faster time to kill. Now for the rear grip, again, business as usual, we're going to put on the fabric grip, so we have aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. Overall, a fantastic attachment to run on the Omen Gun. Faster time to kills because we can rate a weapon faster off a sprint and snap on the targets, so make sure you guys slap this on your build. And now for the stock, we're going to go ahead and put on the lower folding stock, so we have hip fire accuracy, aim walking movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. You guys cannot go wrong with this attachment. Any SMG stock attachment allows us to go ahead and bump up that hip fire, aim walking movement speed, and aim down sight speed with the sprint to fire speed. We're best believe we're going to run it because it's going to overall transform how this weapon feels even when running heavier damage rounds or heavy barrels. So make sure you guys slap this on your Omen Gun build. Now for the proficiency, luckily we're able to go ahead and have either steady or fleet with this setup. Now because this is going to be an SMG that doesn't really need any more recoil control, we're going to put on fleet so we can have movement speed as well as weapon swap quickness, overall bumping up the lethality and just the running gun effectiveness of this gun, so slap it on. And then finally for the kit, we are going to put on fully loaded, so we have max starting ammo, so we can run the Omen Gun from kill 1 all the way to kill 25 until we get that V2 rocket, which is going to be no problem with this SMG. You have to go ahead and slap this on. It's amazing. You guys will find yourself dominating everybody here in Vanguard with this setup. And the build is the fighting knife, dauntless, forward intel, lightweight, and I have on the sticky bomb with the stem shot. Now for class set number 3, we're gonna take a look at the M1928, which is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. It's nasty at all ranges and you have a lot of ammo to deal with players. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out this setup. Take a look at it. Now for the muzzle, we're actually going to run a silencer on this class setup. We are going to run the M1929 silencer, so we have sound suppression as well as accuracy. In my personal opinion, the best muzzle to run on the M1928 because we want to be able to get behind the enemy spawn and build up a quick and easy streak to get that V2 rocket. I personally like running this weapon suppressed because I like to flank enemies with this, and we have a bunch of ammo to deal with an entire team like 4 times over. So make sure you guys throw on the M1929 silencer for this weapon. Now for the underbarrel, we are gonna put on the SMLE pistol grip, so we have sprint to fire speed as well as hip fire accuracy. Overall, a fantastic attachment to run on the M1928, allowing us to ready weapon quicker off of a sprint as well as that hip fire accuracy, so we can spray and pray people at close ranges. This gun with the right setup is nasty at close range, medium range, and long range, and it's gonna kill incredibly quick. So the SMLE pistol grip is gonna be the #1 attachment under the underbarrel category. Now to keep this weapon under control, we're gonna go to the barrel, and we are gonna be running the CGC 12-inch cooling barrel. So we have highly accurate controllable as well as reduced scope sway and gun bop. A mandatory attachment for this SMG to keep everything under control so you guys can take people out at medium to longer ranges if need be. It's still going to be amazing at close range because we are running an attachment that's going to replace all the cons that that weapon does kind of get with the cooling barrel. Now for the magazine, we are going to be running the Big Daddy 8mm Kurtz 100 round drums. This is the way to go on this weapon. More ammo, the better. We want to be able to spray and pray and mow down the enemy team over and over and over again, and that's exactly what's going to happen when slapping this attachment on the M1928. It's nasty and I absolutely love it. Before, I would always run the 50 round drums until I found out how effective the 100 round drums was, and I have not gone back. Slap this on your class setup, you are not going to regret it. Now for the ammo type, obviously we're going to run Linton, the absolute best ammo type for any AR and SMG, allowing us to hit our shots quicker at range, giving us a faster time to kill, and that's what we need with the submachine gun. Now for the optic, because the iron sights are not bad, but this is going to be a class setup where if you need to take people out at longer range, it's going to be hard to do so with the iron sights. We are going to put on the slate reflector, but again, the upgraded iron sights are still a good option. I personally like the slate reflector just for its ease of use. Now, obviously for the rear grip, we are gonna put on the fabric grip. So we have aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. Again, to bump up the close range lethality and to kind of speed up this weapon's slower handling with that 100 round drum. We can bump it right back to where it was with the right attachment. So make sure you guys slap the fabric grip on your class. Now for the stock, here's where things are gonna get kind of weird. We're actually just going to run the wire grip on this one, believe it or not. We're going to run this because we want to have aim walking movement speed, aim walking steadiness, aim down sight speed, and initial action recoil. Amazing on this weapon. It's going to be a fast SMG. You can literally walk around, aim down sights, ready to win each and every gunfight. You have 100 rounds to do so. It's disgusting. Now for the efficiency, because this is going to be an SMG that we're going to flank and rush with, having on frenzy for that health regeneration after kills is going to be disgusting. I love having this on this class setup. We can seriously challenge every single person on the team who having to think about anything, because we're going to get our health regeneration right after a kill. It's amazing, and we have 100 shots at our disposal. And then finally for the kit, we are going to run fully loaded, so we can use this weapon from kill 1 all the way to kill 25 and very easily drop our V2 rocket. Just overall a nasty M1928 class setup that you guys cannot go wrong with. That's going to be filthy at close range, medium range, as well as long ranges. Now, if you guys are still having recoil control issues with this setup, it's not going to be a big deal if you go ahead and swap out this SMLE pistol grip for the M1941 hand stop. I personally can control it. I like having the SMLE pistol grip, but if you guys can't, having the hand stop is still going to be a good attachment option. Now, obviously, for the setup, I have on the fighting knife, dauntless, forward intel, lightweight, and I have on the sticky bomb with the stem shot. Now, for class setup number 4, taking a look at the tried and true MP40. You guys cannot go wrong with this weapon. It's amazing. It gets down, it gets dirty, and it's still meta even after nerfs and updates in this game. So for the gunsmith attachments, for the muzzle, we are going to put on the recoil booster. Again, we're going to be running a recoil boosted MP40 setup, increased fire rate, faster time to kill. What more can we ask for? It's going to be a carbon copy and paste class setup as far as muzzle goes for majority of my SMGs. Now for the underbarrel, for this weapon, again, we're going to run the SMLE pistol grip for that sprint to fire speed and hip fire accuracy, an attachment that works well on the MP40. Pros use it, I use it, and it gets down and it works. So make sure you guys put this on your class setup. Now for the barrel, personally, I like to run the Cruchnix barrel, the first one, for highly controllable as well as reduced scope swing gun bob for the ease of use on this weapon. We are running a damage magazine because we are playing public matches. They're allowed to use that. We want to be as accurate as possible so we can use this weapon at longer ranges without having to worry about a thing. So slap this on. Overall, one of the best barrels, if not the best barrel to run on the MP40. Now for the magazine, we are going to put on a damage mag. We're going to run that 8mm Kurtz rounds, so we have a bullet velocity and range, bullet penetration, and damage. Overall amazing. Honestly, I'm starting to really not like the MP40 without the damage mag. I did try out the pro player build, and I really do like it with the damage mags giving us a faster time to kill. I know a lot of you guys definitely like this as well, so make sure you guys put this on your class setup to get that faster MP40 time to kill. Now for the ammo type, obviously we're going to be running Lengthen for that increased bullet velocity. You guys know the drill. For the optic, this is the only SMG where I actually like to run the iron sights because not only are they crystal clear and easy to use, but we're going to go ahead and have the increased aim down sight speed benefit from running the upgraded version. So make sure you guys put this on your class setup. Now for the rear grip, we are going to put on the fabric grip business as usual, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. You guys cannot go wrong. It's going to work amazing on the MP40. It's going to be overall a solid class setup. Now for the stock, we're going to keep on the regular Cruchnix folding stock. We have sprint to fire speed and movement speed. Overall, the best stock to run on this weapon. We're going to bump up that close range lethality, making it easier to use, and overall killing people a lot quicker. So make sure you guys put this on your setup. And then for the proficiency, because this gun is going to be super easy to maintain, we can either run steady, or if you guys need the extra help, you guys can put on brace for that initial action and recoil. Both options are good, but honestly, steady for that reduced movement penalty is going to be super nice. So I'm personally going to go ahead and run this on my setup. But again, if you guys can't control this weapon, brace is going to be a great option. And then finally for the kit, you guys know it, fully loaded, so we can run the MP40 from kill 1 all the way to kill 25 until we get that V2 rocket, which is going to be super easy to do so. The best MP40 build in Vanguard, even after the update. Random setup, combat knife, dauntless, forward intel, lightweight, sticky bomb, and then the stem shot. And then finally for class number 5, we're taking a look at the well gun, the trusty handy dandy well gun, which is pretty much an AR SMG hybrid. You guys know the drill. Muzzle, we got that recoil booster for that increased fire rate. Overall, the best attachment run on this weapon to drop people instantaneously at longer ranges. For the underbarrel, we're going to go ahead and put on the SMLE pistol grip for that increased sprint to fire speed and hip fire accuracy. Overall, one of the best attachments to run under this category. For the barrel, we're going to run the 320mm SH shrouded barrel. You guys know this for that highly accurate controllable, reduced scope sway gun bob, and flinch resistance. The best barrel to run on the well gun to keep it steady, under control, and amazing at longer ranges. For the magazine, you guys guessed it, we're running the damage rounds, the .45 caliber for that bullet velocity and range, bullet penetration, as well as damage. Just the best attachment under the magazine category. For the ammo type, obviously we have to run Lengthen for that increased bullet velocity to make sure this SMG is going to be like an AR hybrid. For the optic, the iron sights, they're iffy, they're okay, but to make them easier to use, we're going to have to put on the slate reflector so it's easy to use at longer ranges so we can outgun those AR players. Now for the rear grip, we are going to obviously slap on the fabric grip again. The reason it's the last attachment is because it is the best on this weapon for the increased sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and hipfire recoil recovery. Overall, a nasty attachment that you guys cannot go wrong with on any of your weapons. For the stock, we are going to run the SA43 folding for that hipfire accuracy, aim walking movement speed, aim down sight speed, and initial accuracy and recoil. Overall disgusting that you guys should definitely go ahead and give a try with the well gun. And then for the proficiency, you guys have one or two options. Either go ahead and put on fleet for that movement speed and weapon swap quickness to bump up this weapon's close range lethality. But if you guys are aggressive run and gun players like myself, you guys know having frenzy is going to be nasty, getting that health regeneration, allowing us to keep pushing enemy spawn until we get that V2 rocket. And speaking of V2 rockets for the kit, we are going to put on fully loaded so we can run this weapon from kill 1 all the way to kill 25 until we get that nuke. Definitely go ahead, slap this on your setup. It's going to be amazing and just an SMG you guys can use on any map at any range. In the setup, I have on the combat knife, gauntlets, forward and toe lightweight, sticky bomb, and the stem shot. These are going to be the top 5 best SMG class setups after the update here in season 2. If there are 2 setups you guys need to check out right now in Vanguard, number 1 is definitely going to be this PPSH build because it's dangerously underrated and it gets down and dirty, and honestly people don't run this weapon and I don't know why. And then finally, obviously, if you guys are in dire need of a V2 rocket, the well gun will surely get the job done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.